Happy Saturday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. Today's message is based on a couple of questions that I took from John C. Maxwell's new book, Change Your World, that he wrote with Rob Hoskins. So he asks 5 questions that he typically asks himself when he's going through a crisis. But I'm only going to focus on 2 of these questions. So, title of my message: 2 questions that can help you during a crisis. So the first one is, what am I feeling? This is more of an emotional question, which I think you can ask this question at the end of the day when you're really just focusing on how your day went, because we're starting to wanting to reflect at the end of the day, right, on how our day went. So if you're in a crisis, ask yourself, what am I feeling? Because when you're in a crisis, emotions erupt, don't they? So what kind of emotions are you feeling? So are you in a crisis right now? And if you're in that crisis, what are your emotions that are running through? Are you scared? Do you know what to do next? Like, are you anxious? Are you angry? What kind of emotions are being triggered while you're going through this crisis? Very important to gauge and ask yourself this question, because that really can determine how you get through it, how you get through the crisis, or how you get through the day, or how you get through whatever it is that you're going through, based on your emotions, because you want to get a handle on those emotions. And then the second question is, what am I seeing? Because typically when we are going through something, guess what? Our vision becomes very tunnel vision, doesn't it? You can't see past the barrier. You can't see past the thing that has now become this mountain, and you may not know how to get around it. You may not know how to get over it or underneath it. So what are you seeing? And I think this is why it's so important that we always have either a mentor or somebody that can speak into our lives, because we become tunnel vision, and then it's almost difficult to know what the next step is. And if you're the leader and you've got this crisis that's happening right now, you need to be able to see further than what your people see in order to lead them to the next step, in order to lead them to what is next. So what am I feeling? How am I feeling? And then what are you seeing? What are you seeing? And it's just important anyway to always have a vision of what you see for your preferred future, for the thing that you may have be planning to do, or just whatever. You need to be able to see something, because as soon as crisis hits and that vision all of a sudden becomes this small, you need to be able to see past that. You need to be able to have somebody remind you of maybe what what the big picture is. So I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.